What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Kettlebell Guys podcast. This is Grant Anderson, Coach Grant, for those of you that know me. And today, I wanted to just give you guys some insight into something that a client just told me literally a couple of hours ago. And he said something to me on this 30-day check-in that I thought was just so important and so eye-opening, and something that so many guys they just miss. They can't even wrap their head around it. They can't even see it sometimes. And I thought that the way that he talked about it is really, really cool. And I thought it would be super valuable to you guys as well. So this is for any guy who ever struggles with, it's just not the right time for me to start a health and fitness journey, or it's just, I'd like to, but I'm just too busy. You can always see the reasons why you shouldn't focus on your health. Those things are easier to see than the reasons why you should. Because I think a lot of guys can get stuck in the stress and the busyness and the overall responsibility of life, because, a lot of you guys have, you got a wife, you got a partner, you've got kids, you've got work, you've got a business or employees, you guys who are business owners, you are trying to not only make money, but pay your team and serve your clients. And it can just feel, sometimes it can all feel very overwhelming. And focusing on your health, like taking the time out of the week to get workouts in, or to plan your meals, or all of these things, sometimes that can be the first thing to go. And it can feel like, oh, I'd love to be able to do that, but I'm just so busy right now, I just don't have the time. And if you've ever felt like that, this podcast is for you. And so I just connected with one of our clients who is just past the month mark. He's just past the 30-day mark inside of the Kettlebell Transformation community. And I was talking to him, and we had connected at the end of October. So we had connected on like October 23rd, 24th. And first of all, he's a month in, he's down 14.6 pounds, which is wild. Like, that's insane. Your first 30 days. That's like, he's just like executing and focusing and doing the work. But he said to me, he said, back on October 24th, I had 1,000 reasons for why I should have not started this. And when I was talking to you originally, I felt that huge level of resistance because I had 2 birthday parties for my daughters. He had his oldest daughter had a birthday party. His middle daughter had a birthday party. He had Halloween the next week. He had Thanksgiving coming up. He had Christmas coming up. He had holiday. He had work travel during the month of November. He had holiday travel with his family. He had work, stuff that he was committed to at the end of December. And so he was like, I had all of these things for the next 4 months that were in my way that could have been reasons as to why I have no reason to start something like this right now. And, he was talking about this, and he was going on and on and on about this. And he was like, he stopped and he paused and he was like, but you know what, Grant? You know what I've learned over the last month? And what I've learned from doing these workouts and making these changes to my nutrition that you guys have helped me with, and the fact that I've lost almost 15 pounds in the last 30 days. He's like, I've learned that when I just take the small amount of time that I know I need to take in order to do these things, that it actually gives me energy. He said, it's like I've been putting premium gasoline in my tank, and every day I wake up full of energy to be able to take on the day and take on whatever is going on in my life. And it was wild, because he was like, dude, if I would have chosen not to start this process, I would still have been where I was. I wouldn't have lost any weight. I would wake up every day feeling sore, feeling back pain, not feeling any energy, feeling sluggish. And the last 30 days would not have been as great as they have been up until now. And it was this wild reframe of him going from, I felt that resistance. When I talked to you, I felt the resistance of, there's no way I'm going to have enough time to really get the most out of this. And that's another thing I hear from guys, right? Is I don't have the time to get the most out of this right now. So I need to wait until I have that time available so that I can really put all my time and energy and effort towards this. And he was like, I felt that resistance. I felt those feelings. But he said, it's crazy to look back and think, the fact that I decided to do it, I decided to commit, And you guys showed me the path to how I can get my workouts in. What are the slight changes I can make to my eating? Just how much better it made me feel every single day. And all of those things that I knew were going to be crazy in my schedule, all of those things that I knew were going to take a lot of my time and a lot of my energy, I showed up to those things feeling better than I have in years. I showed up to those things with 100 times more energy than I would have had I decided not to take on this program, had I decided not to make the time to do the work. And it's the thing that I think so many guys miss. You look at, all you look at is what you stand to lose and not what you stand to gain by taking control of their health. Guys, well, they focus on the wrong thing because you have quite literally no idea just how good you will feel and just how much it will impact every area of your life. How all of those things you see in the future, those things that are stressful, those things that take up your time, your energy, those things that make you feel that weight on your shoulder, it's hard to see how you would view those things if you were healthier, if you were 20 to 30 pounds lighter, if you were in a workout routine that gave you a lot of energy, that took away certain pains in your body or took away joint pain and made you feel like you were on top of the world every week. You'd started looking at those things differently. And I thought it was such a moment of synergy for me. And it was such a reminder for me of whenever I get to talk to any of you guys who find yourself in a rut, who find yourself really wanting to make change, but the decision to actually start the process of making change, that decision can be a hard one, especially when you're considering, going all in and getting coaching and accountability and really going. I'm not talking about like doing free workouts and like not feeling accountable to any of that stuff. I'm talking about like really going all in on your health. It was a good reminder to me of how natural it is for a guy to see all the reasons why he shouldn't do it, but to have such immediate feedback from one of our clients who's only 30 days in, who talked about just how powerful it was and how important it was that he chose to do it anyways, because it made all those things in his life better. It made all those things in his life easier to handle versus had he not chosen to put his health first. And so this is just a reminder to any guy who's listening to this, is that when you decide to put your health first, when you decide to put your quality of life first, when you decide to put the things that give you energy, make you feel better, you wake up feeling better than you have in years, you are then able to give so much more of yourself to everyone else around you. You're able to give a better version of you to your wife or your partner or to your kids or to your work or to your business or to your employees. You are able to give a better version of you, because the version of you right now might suck. The version of you right now might just not have what it takes to be able to handle all those situations. But there is a version of you that can be better. There's a version of you that feels better. There's a version of you that can handle all those things that are going on in your life and can handle them easily, because not because you have so much more time and so much more space, but because you have leveled yourself up, because you have put yourself into a process where you're giving you what you need, which is taking care of your body, taking care of your health, taking care of your nutrition, getting the sleep that you need, and doing what it takes to live a healthy lifestyle of someone who just has the vitality that you wish you had. And so it's always just a good reminder that putting yourself first isn't a selfish thing. It's an unselfish thing, because it allows you to give more of yourself to everyone around you. And I thought it was a good reminder today from a client of ours who is just in the beginning of this process. He's 30 days in. He is just scratching the surface of what's possible for him. And, he's down 14 and a half pounds in 30 days, feels better than ever. he loves the fact that he's got a busy, stressful, schedule, because he knows he can deal with it. He knows he's got the capacity to deal with it because he takes care of himself. So it's a good reminder, y'all. I hope that helps even one guy who's out there who feels stressed and isn't quite sure what he should do about it. You might just need to focus on yourself, because it might just make it easier for you to handle everything else. All right. Hope that makes sense. It is Thanksgiving week. I hope you guys all have a fantastic Thanksgiving. I hope you guys just really enjoy, obviously, spending time with family. Enjoy Thursday. If you're going to eat, freaking eat, crush it on Thursday. But outside of that, obviously, get back on the horse, get back on training. Don't let Thursday turn into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then all of next week, and then all of December until Christmas. That's not how it works, right? Enjoy Thanksgiving, then get right back on the horse. Get your nutrition in check after that, and keep slinging heavy bells. All right, man. Rooting for you guys, and we'll see you on the next pod.